He's the tallest man on the radio, so sit right back and enjoy the show. Flying through the air like a ballistic missile. Here's your host, Ben Kissel.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to the Ben Kissel channel. I'm Ben Kissel. As always, for the month of June, I'm joined by Shake Nar-Latang.
All right, what's going on, y'all?
Not too much, Shake. You happy?
I am extremely happy.
Shake just said one of the saddest things I've ever heard in my life, because I was talking to him yesterday about I got a little sad, and then he said, well, if you're always depressed, you can only go up. So that is something I am going to hold true to my heart. And Jerry and I have both done stand-up. Shake Nar has not. That's the most stand-up comedian thing I have ever heard.
Pretty much one of the prerequisites for it.
Yeah, just be sad.
Yep.
And then when everything falls apart, you're just
It's pretty hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Jerry Aquino is with me as well.
Hey.
Thank you all so much for joining. And I got the message. I have to lose some weight. I'm working on it. I apologize. I let myself go. I want the audience to be proud of me. And so I am going. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years of what is it called? Emotions. It's been an emotional 4 years. I'm an emotional eater. So I'm working on it. Thank you for the comments.
Oh, that's a constant comment. It's still coming?
Well, it's, coming and coming and coming, baby. All of my comments ejaculate. I'm a child. I'm an absolute child. No, it was just something I was thinking about. I'm working on it. Anyway, today, love. Is it in the air or is it on the rocks? A couple of stories about relationships.
Aww.
Yeah, well, they're not. They're all horrible. But that's okay.
Thank God. Okay.
Yes. So this is a toss-up. This is an interesting, and Shake Nar, I love you, but I kind of want the female perspective on this story. Absolutely. A little bit more than us cock and ball boys. So a woman caught a man, air quotes, caught a man cheating on a flight. She said that this man had a wedding ring on, and he was very flirtatious with a girl at the airport bar. The flirtation continued once they boarded the plane. He requested that the person that was next to him move so the girl that he was flirting with could sit next to him. And this entire thing was documented by content creator or snitch, that's the topic, Caroline Rened, R-E-N-E-D, Rened. So it's like Ned and then re-netted. So
Net again.
Net again. Oh my God, that's worse than being dead again. So she says, if this man is your husband, flying United Airlines flight 2140 from Houston to New York, he's probably going to be staying with Katie tonight.
Oh my God.
She took a picture of the guy, a picture of the gal, and posted it all over her social media.
Wow.
So it went to 24 million of her TikTok viewers. Was viewed, 24 million times on TikTok. She has 24,000 viewers or followers, whatever it is on TikTok. And she just totally called this guy out. My question is this. Whatever happened to if it's in the air, it's not an affair? I just made that up.
That's not, I was going to say that was never a saying.
I just made it up. It's a saying now.
Yeah,
put it on a t-shirt.
Saying now.
Kisselmerch.com, by the way. I'm trying to build it up, so maybe that'll be a shirt that's kind of fun. If it's in the air, it's not an affair. But what do you think about this woman's actions? Woman?
There's a couple of things here. I bet she thought she was being what's called these days a girl's girl.
Okay.
She was trying to be an ally, trying to help people out. She's clearly been through this before.
Maybe?
That hit her personally.
Well, this is the thing. She didn't know that he was married per se, but he had the wedding ring on, right? So that's a telltale sign. But this is my thoughts. What if his wife just recently died?
Yeah, how did she know what the story was?
Simply because of the wedding ring.
She was listening to them the whole time from the bar to the plane?
Yes. And then she was sitting very close to them as well. So it all kind of worked out where this guy was just gonna be caught. She said she's doing the Lord's work, which the Lord is like, I don't care about women. You're not doing my work.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, it's like Maury Povich's work.
Right. The Lord is like, I knocked up this Virgin Mary. I didn't even let her have an orgasm.
Yeah.
I just put a baby in her.
Yeah.
I just gave her the worst part of sex right away.
Maybe that's what Kate got.
Well, she says him and Katie met at the airport bar, as I said, and they haven't left each other's side since. She then said he convinced her, as I mentioned, he convinced her to change her seat so she could sit next to him and they could drink. So they're just drunk. They're having a nice time.
Was the influencer the one that was asked to move out of the seat?
No. She was just slightly judging by the picture that she took, the selfie that she took. We'll post this there.
See.
And now this picture really does tell a story. That's the guy. His shirt is half up. And
Oh my God.
it is a party plane. Probably much to the disgust of everyone on said plane.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than when people are way too hammered on a plane because you can't get away from them at all.
Nope.
He's a party boy. Am I gonna? Wow, I am gonna do this.
He looks like he probably has some Fireball in his pocket ready to go.
I think his blood is mostly Fireball with a small amount of red blood cells left.
Yeah.
His wife, we're just, again, everyone saw the picture now. He is definitely someone who would have been working at that, what was the store that used to hire all the hunks?
Hollister.
Hollister. He's a Hollister boy.
Yeah.
He looks like he might have frosted tips. He's got a trucker hat on. He's wearing a shirt that for some reason is only covering his tits, and he's showing off his abs on the plane.
Maybe he's getting ready to do a body shop.
It's very possible. Very, very possible. And this is what we always should have. This is the lost tapes of 9/11. Really, when there was a couple just getting hammered, annoying the hijackers to the point that are running through those buildings. That was bad. I apologize. This is my thing. The guy looks young, probably very recently married. His wife knew she was dating like Scurvy Dave from college.
Yeah.
Is this big news for the wife, judging by the look of this dude?
Yeah. Yeah. What if they were in an open relationship and she was like, idiot, she got caught by an influencer of all things?
That's the thing. It's showing. Oh, that's why this is such a difficult story. Because let's say their relationship was perfect. They were just on House Hunters on HGTV, which I have been streaming ad nauseum.
Okay.
They were everyone's favorite couple in the neighborhood. And now this story broke. I can't believe that this man who was shirtless on a plane, absolutely hammered, tried to have sex with that young woman.
Oh, where was the plane going? Where from and where to?
Well, as she mentioned, I believe it was Houston to New York.
Ooh, damn. Yeah,
So-
they were partying.
It's a party flight.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. My thing is, if you are the wife, are you thankful for this? Or, as you pointed out, Jerry, did they have, if it's in the air, it's not an affair, rules of their relationship?
Maybe. I mean, he met someone to the point where he like continued it to a second location. You know, when you bring things to a second location.
Is it a second location, though, if it's the airport to the airplane?
Yeah,
Is
it's
that a
weird,
second
but
location?
It is kind of like a warped hole of
Right.
nothingness.
And then she did sort of espouse that they were going to be spending the night together. It could have just been a friendly, little flirtatious get together. Oh, I'll see you later. What a fun little time we had on that flight.
Yeah.
There's no indication that they were going to go and have sex with one another, per se. Unless, of course, they went and joined the Mile High Club, which I like to do with pancakes.
There are a lot of ifs here, but there's one villain in this story.
Who?
The woman who recorded all of this and posted the entire thing on social media.
Very true.
This
Well,
is
villain.
That's a
Well,
shitty person.
that's
That is
the
a
debate.
selfish person.
so you're on the side of leave this person alone. You don't know them. If there's an affair going on, it's none of your business.
How boring is your life for you to go through all of this and they're trying to expose something that you're not even sure about?
True.
I
And
don't
also,
even want to be friends or know this person.
and also, did she do it to be a girl's ally girl?
Doubt it.
Or did she do it for content? As of course she is a content creator, whatever
true.
the hell that means anymore.
Yeah.
This wasn't sisterhood.
You think this was for selfishness? This was
I
selfishhood.
think if I was Kate, I would follow up her post with another post saying, "Hey, I just got stalked by an Instagram influencer for like the last hour and a half,
Right.
from the gate to the bar to the plane. She won't leave me alone. I ran into my uncle, who's a happily married man with half a shirt on, and I was just trying to say hello." I started on Kate's side with that, and I veered
Right.
off towards the end, but I still want to end there.
She also, the influencer, Rened, She also did an update on the woman's story. So I think she's really trying to milk the proverbial cow here and get as much as she can. And in the subsequent vid, that's where she alleged, and this is where I have the problem. This is, okay, you saw them. They were being flirtatious. You have eyewitness, eyes on the field. All right. You're probably not making that completely up. But the allegation here that somehow they ended up, quote, making out and ended up in the bathroom is quite interesting. Because she did not see that. But that was what she alleged. So I don't know
So
what's going on.
She's just planting ideas.
She's planting ideas. Now, a lot of people said, thank you for your service. A person said, proof that us ladies are better than the damn FBI agents. So, I don't know. I'm just a little conflicted on this, I guess it's the social media aspect that I don't like. If she was so offended, why didn't she go over to the man and just say, do you think your wife would enjoy you speaking to that woman? Yeah. Because then he would say, oh my God, you're right. I have this beautiful wife at home and I can't believe what I've just done. Woman, stop talking to me.
Yeah, obviously, that's exactly what would have happened.
She would have gone about it in a different way, even if there were no social media. This is just what the kind of person that she is. Just as you have that person in your neighborhood. You have that person everywhere who just thrives on creating chaos in other people's lives.
Well, that's true. This is an interesting point, the last point on this story. How did she know that the wife's name was Kate? Well, she says, I don't know his name, but I know hers because he keeps saying it. I wouldn't have known he was married if he hadn't been wearing the wedding ring. So was he saying his wife's name?
Wait, did she?
No, Katie, okay, I'm sorry. Katie is the gal at the airport bar. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So he continues to say her name. That's how she knows her name. That's not the wife's name. So he just keeps on being like, Katie.
Yeah.
Katie. So he's hammered.
Yeah.
And then Katie is like, that is my name. They're both just.
Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. And also,
I don't know. I'm just like, it's America. It's America.
It's America.
And the wife, I would rather have him cheat, and then inevitably he's going to come home, and then he's going to be like, she's going to find out.
Yeah.
She's going to, smell his armpit and be like, whose hairspray is that? You know how women are.
Right.
They're again very good at figuring out what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
When a man doesn't say anything and acts totally, air quotes, normal.
Intuitive, you mean?
Intuitive is the term. Yeah. That's what that's called.
That makes sense. Well, my thing is that I feel like she's testing Katie's intelligence here. How do we know that Katie was not on board with this? She was entertaining the situation.
No, she was entertaining it.
She was totally entertaining it. But who's to say she was going to close the deal?
Also, she didn't seem to mind that he was married.
She didn't seem to mind.
So
I don't know.
All right, continuing. I guess we have no consensus.
No,
everyone's wrong. How about everyone is? This is America.
This is a draw. It's an ethical draw.
This is our. Obviously, I do the political show. Thank you for listening. But this is our version of the debate. Everyone was wrong. That's our debate coverage.
Yeah.
For of course June 27th. Everyone's wrong. And I think that's, is that our final consensus?
Yeah, people are human. I think she's wrong, though. I don't know what the other people were doing. There was no final thing here.
Right.
The one that recorded is definitely all wrong, but people are people. We're flawed, so we're all wrong.
Well, this next story perhaps sheds a little bit of light on why marriage isn't always the best.
Oh, you said marriage just now.
Marriage.
Gotcha.
There's a little movie called Princess Bride where the guy says marriage. Remember Princess Bride?
I do remember Princess Bride.
Andre the Giant was too weak, and he couldn't even carry Robin Wright. He couldn't even hold her. They had to have her on strings. So that's sad, and then he died shortly after. So Kelly Benson. So Kelly Benson, apparently she is one of these reality show stars. She called off her wedding, and she was going to marry a very nice financier, which... What is a financier?
Financier?
Again? What's a financier?
Someone that works in finance?
Yes. Yes. That's what it is.
I've never heard that term to call someone that does that.
Well, I always I call him in the morning and I say, buddy, can you please get out of my bed? Because that sex last night was great, but I ain't trying to marry you. Just like this gal, Kelly. His name was Scott Littner. But she said the wedding is off because he would not sign a prenuptial agreement. So the wedding is off. I assume if he's a financier, he has some finances. So it's interesting that he said no.
Yeah.
Our love is real enough, which again, I understand the marriage is more than love. It's a contract that the government's involved with and taxes and everything else. Mm-hmm. So I have no problem. I don't think it doesn't mean you don't love each other if there's a prenup per se. Not at all. But in this case, he said, I'm not going to sign it. And she said, I'm out of here. She's a Real Housewives of New York City alum. And there's nothing more real than a housewife in New York City.
Oh, so she has more money than him, technically?
Well, this is what she says. She says, he thought that I would enter this union without legal protections in place, that I would leave everything to faith. But it's kind of marriage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you're never going to leave me. There's not a wall around you saying, it's like, it's, what do you call that? Trust.
Yeah.
It's about trust,
yeah,
right?
It's about trust. Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless, of course, you're in the air. So she says, but I've worked really, really hard as a single mother, and I've always made smart decisions for myself and my family. That's why she went on that reality show where everyone takes their clothes off and acts horrible.
Exactly.
And then she said, and that's going to continue.
Yeah. But on contracts.
On contracts. So Ben Simon's rep also said that the real estate agent is very disappointed by the broken engagement, but it became clear that it was not going to work because he simply would not sign the legal document. This is a conversation I feel like you have to have before you even do the engagement.
Yeah.
But then, does it ruin the romance? Does it kill the fun? If there's paperwork involved, and then you're like, well, inevitably, of course, when you're a big old fat hag and I'm a alcoholic douchebag, we're going to get divorced. Mm-hmm. I don't know. This is why these relationships are so interesting to me.
The romantic in me definitely feels.
Well, get him out. Is it in your asshole? That's a phone. That's Hollywood calling.
Still I definitely feel like, the romantic in me says, yeah, it kills it a little bit, but the realist says you've got to be real about how marriage is and how things are conducted now these days.
So what you have to do is pre-coitus, we never, babe, never, I never leave you. You have to sign this as soon as cum happens. As soon as the cum is out of the man's body. Then you'd be like, here's the paperwork that says just in case we get divorced. You'll be like, oh, thank God, yeah. And sign because he's clear-headed.
Yeah.
His up head, his neck head is clear-headed, not his dick head, which is now completely empty.
Blood is finally starting to flow back to the brain.
Exactly. So,
but he's still dizzy enough to sign the prenup?
No, he's going to say, he's just going to be more like, I'm not horny anymore, so the idea of not being with you is okay.
Okay.
So she says, to be clear, he refused to sign a prenuptial agreement, and I refused to marry him. Full stop. So that was a stop, full stop. And that's it. Littner, the dude, he hasn't said anything. He has no comment. And I just think it's kind of unfortunate. There
what
she
is.
The financier? I actually think they were kind of a cute couple.
I want to see the guy.
This is the guy. We'll show the picture up there.
He looks like a financier.
He's a financier. He's got glasses. He looks like he really enjoys Tom Cruise movies.
Yeah.
But to the point where he thinks he's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And then he's like, doesn't. And then he's like, after Mission Impossible, he's like, looks like Mission Impossible. And then he laughs. And then maybe they go to Barney's Beanery or something. Oh, God. So he looks like a fun kind of guy. And they seem to be smiling and having a nice time together. I don't know. I think it's kind of sad. I think it's kind of sad that this is ruining the love between these two people. Or my question is, does this just prove she never loved him in the first place?
Well, does this just prove that he was maybe gold digging in the first place?
Well, he's okay. First, he probably has more money than her if he's a financier. She was just on Real Housewives of New York, and I don't think they pay these people very much.
Yeah.
I watched that Bravo show because our friend Michelle likes to watch it when we go to our local watering bucket. And it seems like all of them are just beholden to this Andy Cohen guy, and I don't think he gives them that much money.
So, but then why would he want the prenup more?
I think that he loved her.
Yeah. Or
And then
why, he didn't want the
He
prenup.
doesn't want the prenup. I think that he loved her, and then he was like, "Wow, I can't believe that you would want me to sign this. Why, do you want to leave me?" And then I
Yeah.
think that she just didn't love him.
Okay.
Maybe this is a great way out.
She's,
This was the final. This was like, I'm having a little cold feet here,
yeah.
and if I do this prenup thing, I know he's not going to want to sign it. That can be my excuse, perhaps.
Ooh, yeah. That would honestly make a lot more sense because girls like cover stories. They don't like giving out their real conclusions to these things. She's like, but if I can get out of this way, that would leave me scot-free from explaining myself.
And then it's kind of his fault. I mean, either way, this is certainly not. He wasn't on a plane trying to bang some random chick in the bathroom. Which, by the way, where's the room?
Random chick. Katie is a person.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And Katie, if you're out there and you're listening, I am almost skinny enough to get the seatbelt around my waist at an airplane. Almost. But what's more fun than having the little extender? Because then it's kind of cool because you get more seatbelt for free.
Never heard of it.
But yeah, I don't understand the Mile High Club thing. I think it's a myth, right?
I
No
feel
one's
like
actually
it's
had sex in a
It
bathroom.
sounds gross. It sounds hard, inefficient.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you can get away with it.
No, I'm also obviously a very tall, big man. So when I go into those bathrooms, I sit to pee. Because, which please do. Everyone sit to pee on planes.
Yeah.
This is a male
I
problem.
think that makes sense. Yeah.
And some dudes just go in. It's like, you're on a plane, buddy. It's
Yeah.
moving. You're going through the clouds. Sit your ass down. But one stewardess, she told me, piss in the sink. So what I'm saying is they're not romantic places. I didn't. But she literally was like, it's real tight in there, honey. If you need to go in the sink, you can go in the sink.
That was very sweet.
It was very sweet. It was. But I was like, I'm good. I just sit down. I mean, I'm
very
like Chris Farley.
accommodating.
Yeah, I'm like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy. I'm like, but I just sit and I make things happen. But yeah, she was like, it's okay, honey. You should piss in the sink. And I was like, I never thought of that. I mean, I never thought of that. It's not beneath me. I'll piss in anyone's sink right now. But
That's not.
anyway, so toss up. Who is at fault?
What the hell are we talking about again?
The prenup.
Oh, yes. She just had simple boundaries. She wanted to protect her family.
So you're team her.
I'm team her.
Okay.
What you feel like? It's you. It's,
Jerry?
Team financier.
Team financier.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Who do you like?
Yeah.
Who do you like more either way between the financier and this wealthy reality star? I think they're both going to be fine.
I think they're both going to be just fine.
It's just a sad reason for a breakup.
Yeah.
All right. Love.
Worked out.
I hope they do work it out.
Yeah.
Kelly Stafford. Let's move on. Kelly Stafford. This is Matthew Stafford's wife. Matthew Stafford is a quarterback. He's with the Los Angeles Rams. He won a Super Bowl. He was with the Detroit Lions. Good dude, great arm. His wife, she's a little controversial. She's got some puritanical, quite conservative views that she feels that she espouses, but she has the right. But anyway, she was on a program and she was talking about how she got her man, her husband, Matthew Stafford. And this is what she said. She said that she started dating the backup quarterback when he was in college at Georgia in order to get Matthew Stafford's attention and make him jealous. And then apparently Matthew saw that and was like, oh man, I better get with her because she's sucking the backup quarterback's dick. And I'd love to have that mouth around his buttocks.
Yeah.
So she said this, and then a lot of people are like, whoa, buddy, this is a little bit too much information, and is it right? It's very manipulative, and a lot of people are coming out and feeling bad for this backup quarterback, whose name? Joe Cox. Joe Cox.
Coincidence? I think not.
6 letters, 6 inches.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the problem with this is Joe Cox was already dating his now wife at the time that Matthew Stafford's wife said that she was trying to have sex with the backup QB. Long story short, there was a whole whirlwind of drama, and Cox had to come out, not around children, and say, I did not have sex with your wife, Matthew. I was already banging my future wife. And apparently the future wife, who is now the current wife of Cox, lucky gal, is super pissed.
Yeah, she's probably looking for receipts to find out the truth.
The truth is that Kelly Stafford, in my opinion, this is where I'm going to come in hot, I think that's a horrible manipulation to do to another person. If you're dating someone, then all of a sudden you found out that person only dated you to bang the starting quarterback, used you as a ploy, as a bait. That's so mean.
Yeah, that's pretty
on
rude.
college campuses.
Well, that is very true, and I'm just happy these kids are getting an education.
Yeah,
So
that's what's important.
because of all of this, she stuck her foot in her mouth there. That's Kelly, of course, the wife of Stafford.
Yeah.
She sent a heartfelt message to Cox and his family, the Cox family, sharing her regret for pulling them into her mess, especially considering Joe was not the backup quarterback that she was talking about. So we have no idea who the backup. That means she was probably fucking the third stringer, or the guy who was like, if all three quarterbacks get hurt, I'm the next guy up. Maybe a punter.
Yeah.
Who knows what she was having sex with or who? Mm-hmm. But the reason is to get Matthew. Which what is this? What is all this about?
How do we even know this?
She said it. She was on a podcast.
Yeah, she said it.
These people it's like, come on. Like, there's so much content out there.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you can be interesting without admitting this or discussing this. But I do think it's interesting. And it is something that she says she wants to put behind her. She says, I want this saga to be done with. But she kind of started it here. And if I'm her husband, Matthew Stafford, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, I'd be like, ma'am, can you please, God, not say that you were banging my backup quarterback?
Yeah.
They're trying to get me.
Pretty
The question is, why is Mrs. Cox so pissed off? I mean, you dated a college quarterback.
Because they were dating.
athlete.
Well, because she alleged that Kelly Stafford was banging her husband. Take a look. We'll show the picture up on the YouTube as well.
Are you really shocked that your boyfriend might have been, fucking on the side?
No,
He's quarterback. So why are you pissed now? You're his wife.
Well, my God, that could disrupt the entire relationship.
Yeah.
She needs the life.
So you're going against the ultimate victim in this, which is the wife of Cox, who at the very least seems kind of cool because he was like, yeah, everyone's trying to have sex with me.
Yeah.
There are things you let go of. You got to let go of this one. You married.
She didn't have sex with her.
Huh?
But he didn't have sex with her. He never did have sex with Kelly.
Okay, so why
We
is the
don't
wife
know
pissed
that.
off?
Because the wife was like, why are you bringing my family into this? Because people do. It was only in 2014 Stafford was in college.
That's why she's pissed off for bringing her family into this.
Yes.
Not that her now husband might have.
No, he
slept.
missed. Where is the dude code? Isn't there bro code? We're supposed to protect each other, especially Cox. I don't think he did have sex with her.
Okay.
I think he did.
No, because Kelly Stafford is like, no, it wasn't that guy.
Yeah, I know. I think he did. I think she did. I think she let it slip, and then he called her and was like, "Didn't you forget I was already dating my wife when that happened? What the fuck? Fix this!" And she's like, "Okay, no, you're right. It was a different Joe. Obviously, it was not that Joe."
Well, she just said backup quarterback. There's
Yeah.
a lot of backup quarterbacks. Well, not too many, but
That's a
may
saving
have
grace
been a-
on her end.
There's a trend here. How is Kelly Stafford any different from that influencer that exposed that supposed affair?
What you talking about?
Oh yeah, all the women in all the stories today have been manipulating and conniving.
And fucking
This
lies.
is just what the news is giving.
It's rough.
I don't know. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. It's like the end of the movie Clue.
Home records.
I just feel bad. Well, basically, I thought it was interesting, the idea, the manipulation. And do guys do that? Would guys go out and be with a chick just to get back with a girl just so they can?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a common occurrence.
This is a human thing, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that's what I'm gonna go start talking to a Maltese and make sure my dog Jerry understands that he's lucky to be with me.
It's crushed species. I don't know if it
Yeah.
works the same.
They're
but
dogs.
Yeah, they're dogs.
I'll be like, Jerry, you're Beagle Chihuahua. I'll go talk to a Maltese right now.
I'm sure he'd be jealous.
He would be jealous.
Very jealous.
Well, I'm not gonna bring her home, but God knows we're gonna go out for some doggy treats.
Just don't take her on a plane.
All right. Let's see here. Have you guys heard about this Hawk Tui girl?
Yes, I'm a big fan of hers.
Okay, so
She's
this
got
is
charisma.
What?
seen
Who
her?
is this? You know who someone is?
I
Best
know.
thing on the internet right now.
What?
We got
Fabulous
him.
accent. She's got everything.
We got
That's
him.
someone I'd like to meet. Not for what she's able to do, but just like her charisma, whole thing. You got to see this.
You are going to
I
be.
have no idea what you guys are talking about.
First of all, if you're in the entertainment business, if you have any artistic credibility whatsoever, you're about to be super pissed off. Because she went...
Southern gal, very nice.
Yes, she went viral for talking about giving blowjobs, and then she says, you gotta go hawk tooey, spit on it, and then she's like, that's what you do, right? And then she went viral for that. And UTA, not to be confused with UTI, UTA has signed her.
What's UTA?
It's a talent agency in Hollywood.
Right on.
So they signed
Because
her. Because she said, in order to really get going good on a blowjob, you say hawk tooey. She likes to make it real wet. And so this is probably where Shake was like, now this gal is
That's where
smart.
the charisma comes in.
that's
when
where
you're
it's the
at.
delivery.
That's why
It's the delivery. Because other people have
making
tried to
sense now.
replay that whole
Can we
thing.
play this sound? Daniel, can we do
Yeah.
this?
Other people have tried to do this themselves, try to piggyback off of it. They suck at it. This girl's delivery is off the hook.
All right, let me find.
I've watched it many times.
You did watch it many times. Okay, well, do you want to pull it up on
She's
your...
got charisma. She's got spunk.
I don't know.
I don't care for most people on the internet, but
There's
this
a
one I
point that
love.
she's trying to retrieve spunk.
I think she just had it. You got to.
I have not seen you this energized.
All right, we're going to do it.
At
I know.
I'm a
all
big fan of
until
her.
we started talking about the
he's
hot
a fan.
Tui girl.
He's an actual... Okay, here we go.
Spit on that thing.
Okay. Yeah. So we can play this here.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh, man.
So this is the Hawk Tour. So there you go. So we can just play that one more time.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh my
Yeah, so
god.
we can just play that and repeat. So
The
that's...
woman of Czech's dreams.
She just signed the UTA!
Improvisation is so good on her part. I can only imagine what she can do if you put a script in front of her.
Yeah, a script.
porn script?
That's what he wants to put in front of her.
This
A
has
script.
nothing to do with what she's doing. It's how she's delivering it.
Yeah, hard consonants.
Yeah, and
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
there is a full video of that as well, where she's talking about something about the video is longer than that.
It's it's
doesn't love-
the Hawk 2 girl though, so that's really the context.
How long is it?
What, the video?
Yeah.
It's like 3 different questions that he asked, and one of them was, I forgot what the question was, but he was...
You forgot the question.
He was she was pointing on the camera, and she goes, I love you forever, Pookie. That's also very sweet. And then that was the second question, and this one is the one that hit, but her entire interview is really good.
Yeah. What was the key point? Anything political or?
No, nothing political. It was just like breaking up. It was like another thing was, what's the best way to get over somebody? Is just get under another person.
Oh, she is brilliant.
She is.
Yeah. Question: did you sign her to UTA? Because it sounds like you really scoped her out and found some talent.
I would have.
You're
if I
like,
was in that
holy
position."
shit! Who is this girl?
This girl's made my week, actually.
I'm happy for you. I'm just happy that you knew who she was because I just heard about her today.
This is the first time I've heard.
But now, it's literally people, they work their whole lives at acting or music. And this woman just got a contract with a company that could theoretically make her a huge star.
Yep. And 1/3 of this table agrees with that.
Right. And she's
It's like rightfully so. This woman is pouring talent out.
if you get 33.3% of the world, you're, bigger than The Rock, probably. So, wow. Well, all right.
He said, I have not been able to stop thinking about this girl ever since.
Spit on that thing. It's the sound. It's just I like to hear things, right? A bit of an audiophile, even though I think I'm half deaf. Probably it hurts my musical choice.
Okay.
And the way she said it, I actually found to be slightly masculine,
Yeah.
in a sense, almost.
Yeah. Almost a little animalistic, dare I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Something that appeals to
We are
the
animals.
male
We are.
gaze.
It's just There you go. Yep. All right. Well, and just lastly, we covered this story before, but there's a small update on Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. Evidently, they've been living together for a long freaking time, and they've been living together for months,
Huh?
and it's been quite secret. They have hardly spent any time apart since the move-in. So she is just hanging out with Bill Belichick all day. I was kind of under the impression that it was a little bit more like, send me a picture of your asshole every now and again, man. But she's just hanging out with Grandpa.
She's just hanging
all
out.
day. And then he's just hanging out with I guess, granddaughter.
Yeah.
All day as well. What an interesting household that must be.
I think Belichick might be a whole lot more charismatic than he's ever portrayed before.
I agree.
Yeah. I saw part of that on that.
No,
that
you
roast.
don't.
I do, because, like you said, the Tom Brady roast, I watched a very interesting conversation with
Didn't he smile like one time, split into two halves?
That's a lot for
That's
Belichick.
not
It's a
him,
lot.
but that's not him hiding a bunch of charisma.
That was the charisma. So he was showing it. There was a great interview with he and Nick Saban, and they talked about leadership and coaching. It was quite interesting. And that was him. They're like friends.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Bill, like, kind of being a human being, and Nick Saban kind of being a human being. But they are very, like, rigid in just in their nature, right?
Yeah.
But I can't. Again, as I mentioned, I think before on this show, I'm not sure if you were here, but I don't. Oh wait, I think I did mention that, where I don't see him without the khakis or the, or the cutoff. Like, I just don't see that. So he's just wearing that, and then she's like, in a bikini or something, or doing God knows what. I don't know.
She's taking a bunch of selfies in this beautiful big house and trying really hard to like angle him out of it the whole time. He's like trying to smile on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
There's
that
shots of that. I wouldn't doubt that there's a bunch of shots of that.
if you know people who like travel a lot, don't be like, so how'd you get to Peru?
Yeah.
Just they got there.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So Hudson joined Belichick on his highly publicized trip to Croatia. To your point, because every young gal wants to go to Croatia.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there they met Prime Minister Andrej Plenković and President Zoran Milanovic.
Wow, her Instagram's about to be lit.
Whoa, you know Zoran? Holy hell, I loved him in that movie. Zoran and the 10 fucking assholes that support him. It's a great film. I'm not out of ideas. But then they went and they watched a soccer game, and they saw North Macedonia win 3-0. So they're having fun.
Yeah. It sounds like it. It sounds like they zoomed into a Power Rangers episode.
Yeah.
Zoran is like the villain that they are defeating.
Yeah. I just, I didn't realize how this is for real.
This is love.
They're getting like they need from each other. I'm all for it.
But also, he's like, what, 74? She's 24. Maybe he's like 72, whatever. But like months by their age difference is a lot, right? Because like she's like 24. She's like 3 months. That's a long time. I'm 42 now. I'm like 3 months. That's like 4 hours. That's like 4 days, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So Belichick, this is just probably happening in a flash.
Well, for him, yeah. He's like the end is near. These are the last final times.
Yeah.
So they're counting for something.
I guess so. All right. Well, that's this episode on
Good
love.
for him.
Love on the rocks, love in the air.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
Man, it's
Upsetting stuff.
really horrible.
Yeah.
Single, that sounds good.
Yeah. That's.
You know what you never hear complain, Kraft? You never hear Kraft singles complain. They're wrapped up, they're alone. They're not around all the other cheeses,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but
not
they are a
around the
little
stinky
fake.
Gouda.
Yeah.
No, they are fake
Yeah.
because they're protecting their emotions. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back later this week. Bye. All right.